Here, we have to start our project. Create React app npm init React app and call it a Sierra. Holy shit! I already have the folder Sierra. Really? Okay, cd to Sierra. So I already have router as well. Another Sierra. npm init React app Sierra. Right. Here we go. I'm gonna create a like a node on the go as well. SND. Is it mine?
Sorry, my bad.
Right, here we go. Okay, done. cd to our app Sierra, and then code. Open our code editor. And here the holy shit, what's this? Go to source, and here's our default app, right? We delete everything inside the div here. Then change something and test it. Just start. Oops. Right, here we go. And now we going to install our Bootstrap. Copy this. Yarn stop it. Yarn add. Right, and import this style sheet to your HTML step by step. Go here, paste it, maybe here, save it, close it. Right, it's done. Just start again. One more, we are going to use React Router, so let's start now. React Router. How do I start? Basic. Oh, here. Quick start. Okay, you have to install React Router DOM, right? React Router DOM. One more thing. Yarn add React Router DOM. So everything's done. Now we let's go here. Got this. Okay. Here's our functional component function app here, right? So I heard that you guys like confused how the class work, right? So I'm gonna change this one to class. Class.
We spend like weeks learning hooks.
Yeah.
Can you do it with hook? Because I know
So now like half the class like say they don't want to send class, and half say that they don't want to send hook. So I'm gonna do both.
Okay.
Both, right?
Yes.
So we start with class first.
Okay.
Okay. Class extend React dot component. Right? Here, and for class we need a render method. Render, that's must have. Render method, and then we put return inside. For function, we don't need return the render method. Here's a class, and here the function. I'm gonna do function and app. Open it, return. Same thing. Gonna put here, right? And I'm gonna comment out one of them. Test it. Let's start. Test one by one. So, waiting. Okay, and that constructor, no. Oops. Right, here we go. The class work. Now I'm gonna disable the class and then enable the function here. Same thing. Okay. So disable the extend React component here. React dot component here is another class inside of React, right? If you like here, you import component like this. So here you don't need to React dot. That's also work. Okay.
Those are two different ways to write the same thing.
Yeah, there are many ways to do the same thing right here.
But extends components just gives your class some magic from React. That's why every single one of them you guys did that other than a functional component. But this one gives us some magic. Okay? Just magic.
And here's the syntax for React when you want to define initial state, right? Super, comma, this dot state equal to an object.
What super mean?
Super means super.
It means it inherits. So like basically, when you do extends component right there, when you guys see extends component on line 4, what we're doing is we're grabbing a whole bunch of functions off of from React. We're getting them for free from React, okay? And in order to do that, we have to copy and paste lines 5 through 6. If we do not do that, it will throw an error.
This is a must have. If you want to define.
Every component need that. Every
So-
class component.
Actually, no, you don't have to do that. My bad. You don't have to do
But
that.
There are like
But you should.
many methods that require constructor.
Yeah.
So you should have it. It doesn't hurt. Like 3-line code. What else?
I think because we didn't go through the class concept inside of JavaScript, so we don't know what is needed or what is not.
So these lines are needed. Right? Okay.
That's outside the scope of this class, man. You know, sometimes I don't think I know JavaScript that well. You know, to be honest with you, there's a lot of shit to know in a programming language. You know, like you only get the basic idea.
There's many things that you have to memorize, and here you go. Why in Vietnamese for you? Why do we have to write super blobs? Okay, there's a bunch. There are many languages. If you want, you can like. I wrote it. Okay. If you want to understand it, go and read it at home, please.
Yeah, if you want to be a pro developer, you have to read this on your own. That's what
Because it
boils
doesn't
down
hurt if you have one line of code here.
Harry is asking what is this?
This is the class itself. Right? This is this class
Because
app.
earlier you asked on the past and we didn't really learn about it.
No, okay. So for example, me. I can show you in real life. When I say me, who am I talking about?
You
This person.
But who's you? When you just said you, who are you talking about?
like me.
Correct. But when you say me, who are you talking about?
Myself and
Exactly. So me is the thing. It just says me. Like it points towards itself. So in this case, this means this component, the app component,
Okay.
right? This means this component, the app component, because this code is inside of the. You see line 4 through 18. So if you, for example, if Quad were to define another component above it, this component, right? If he defined another component and then he said this inside of it, then the this would be different. When I say me is something different than when you say me, right? Is that clear? Me first name what? Me over there first name what?
Han.
Correct. Okay, me is different. It's the exact same word, but the reality is it's pointing towards two different things. Does that make sense? It's the same word, but it points towards two different things.
They're the same. For Python, you use self, right? For JavaScript, you use this. All right.
What if I don't use this?
So you're not referring to that class, right?
You don't want to. You shouldn't be using this. Try not to use this, guys. Try to. If you're writing code, a bunch of this, you're probably not doing it right. Okay, that's why we're trying to get away from writing class-based components. You guys read all the newest blog posts from all the best developers in the world using React. They're all telling you to use hooks. Try not to use this. That's how your applications become more complicated. Okay, so try to use functional components.
Okay, here I define a variable called count equal to 0 inside our class app, right? And here I'm going to render it here, right here. I'm going to render the count using this syntax, curly braces, and this dot state. Why I use this dot state? Because it belongs to the state object. and the state object is a like one attribute of the class app here. Okay, this dot state, and inside state we have a key called count. This dot state dot count, and here is just a text. This count on the left here, just a text, right? And delete, and you see count 0. Okay. My count, so you don't misunderstand the count. Okay, my count is 0, and then here I'm gonna do it with the function component using hook, right? Yeah, like that. And then react comma use state. And here I'm gonna uncomment it and then comment it, right? Maybe I'm gonna just change this name to app with S and then app, right? And here I'm gonna export app. Count equal no const. Just see it first, and then I will explain. Set count. Okay, and use state. And here's the initial value. What should it be? 0. All right. And here we are going to count as well. My count. See. My function count. Right. Same thing.
You guys should be asking questions. Please be asking
Yeah.
some questions. If anything is confusing, this is all shit we've learned already.
One thing, I know you should, but can you have both ways in the same project
Yes.
with no error?
Yes.
Yes.
That's actually one of the questions I said yes. Just because you guys, there's a new thing that comes out doesn't mean that they've turned off everything, okay? Class-based components are not deprecated yet. You can still use them, okay? Which is why I'm saying that you guys will probably see class-based components in your careers. That being said, you would probably be asked to write components like the way on line 23. It's easier. Just compare how much
Can
code you
show
wrote.
both of them running
Yeah.
on the same time on the same page now. This.
So how I
Right.
imported
So which one you want to be a parent? No.
the state
This one to be parent.
functional.
Function to be a parent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Here,
the constructor and the super should always be there.
yeah, you should have them like this. There's another way to do it, like
It's okay.
just keep it, right? Okay, I'm gonna add another component called apps. Apps, right? See, now here you have two components. My app, my class cow, right? See that? You can use them at the same time, both at the same time. Doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm gonna add buttons to change the state, right? Add button to change the state. Where should I add it? Maybe here. Okay. Here I want to add a button right here after my function count. I'm gonna make a button. Oops, not but. Sorry. Click increment. Okay. No, you don't laugh at the bird. Okay. On click. Capital C. Capital C. On click.
Can someone help me finish this, please? Can someone help him finish this?
The function to increment.
What do we gotta pass to on click?
Set count,
Set count and then you click +1.
count, also.
Here. What should I type? One person. Add.
Test count.
Add.
Set count.
Set count.
And continue opens the brackets probably.
Right.
And then
Missing a sign.
As doing it, not me. I'm just typing.
What am I missing?
Arrow.
Arrow. Just put the arrow, giant arrow. And then count plus equals 1. Just +1. Just +1.
Okay. Save it. Okay, I'm gonna test. That was nice. And why are you talking about? That was okay. I'm gonna do it the same thing with the class by component, right? I'm gonna enable it and then same thing. Arrow this dot set state different set state. And here, what's to be inside here?
Okay.
An object.
Dot state,
Count.
plus one.
Who's doing next? Okay,
You got a name.
Hải. Because I heard you wrong.
Wrong?
Yeah.
No,
Do it.
try, mate. You're not-
Yeah, try it.
Okay, so I've been the semicolon,
Semicolon.
and then count plus one.
Count plus one. Like this. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna
This dot state count.
this dot state dot count plus one. I think that works.
This one, right?
I haven't clicked yet. How do we know? All right. That's right. Yay.
Yeah, next film. You ready?
Guys, you guys see how much code there is different? Look at this. Look at what we. So from line 6 through 22, just to get us to be able to update a count, we had to write what? 16 lines of code, right? But on this one right here, we only had to write 8. No, my bad. 6, 8,
Plus the original ones.
8, right? This is 8, I think.
Oh, well, yeah, it's 2 random stuff.
7 if you don't nest that one component, okay? So just know that, like, that's, just compare them, okay? That's the difference between a class and a functional component. Does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any questions?
Functions, well, it's not really a question. Functions have to be written outside of class-based components, right?
Function have to be rendered outside of the class by component. What
Now
does
you-
it mean?
So you can't write functions, well,
Inside, you can define a function inside a class.
okay.
You call it method. Okay, and I'm gonna do it now, right here. Okay. So, any question?
You cannot say instead of the object count column this dot state. You cannot say this dot state dot count is equal to this state dot count plus one.
Equal. You want to use equal here?
Yeah, don't
Like,
use the set
instead of
state.
use the object, use this.
No.
dot state. You cannot.
You cannot do it.
When you
The purpose of set state here, there are two purposes, right? The first one to update the value of your key here, the state. Update the value of the state. The second, to make it re-render the component, right? So this function run again, this method run again, call it again. Call it again. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna CLG here, and then should be should show only once, right? For example, here I'm gonna open my console. Should only show only once. But if I click this, you're gonna see another text here. See? It re-renders the function here, the method here, render call is call again when you click this button. Okay.
do you remember the Canvas game? Okay, just know that it's constantly listening. It's listening for state changes, and if the state changes, then it draws the UI again. Remember how do you remember how whenever we move the characters around, it's just constantly running, you know? And depending on the states, different things happen.
So this render method here.
But when it says inside the set state,
Uh-huh.
You want to
right,
do
this
inside.
dot state dot count is equal to this state dot count plus one.
You
Now,
want to do this?
when you call this .set state, you have to pass it an object.
Okay. Yeah.
And the object has to have the keys that we want to update to.
Yeah.
It cannot be anything else. So for example, right now, what does that button do?